discussing mentorship and networking. We want to build our community and our tribe with intention and not just select every other person into our lives. We want to make sure that people we have in our lives are people that share our goals, people we admire, the people we can learn from and grow with. And the mindset is not to select people, and pick people that can give you jobs, recommendations based on your ulterior motive, which is selfish. You're not connecting with people because of only what you can get, and that's it. If that's your intention, that's not a good intention. So the goal of connecting with people is to connect with people whose energy aligns with your energy, their values align with your value, people that actually inspire you, not just people that can give you jobs or recommendations, but people that truly inspire you, people that you can look at and feel motivated, people that when you see them, you feel like, okay, if this person can achieve this, I'm going to achieve this. So you need to find the right people. It is your duty to find the people, your tribe, that can help you achieve your goal, whether it's mindset shift, whether it's actually doing stuff or actually challenging yourself to be better. You just need people in your circle that will help you in certain areas. So you don't need just one person to help you in every area. You need certain people, different people for different roles, for different goals. So the whole point is when you have the right people around you, it's easy to climb. So you want to create a table or a community of people that when you look around, you know that when it comes to financial advice, this person is here to help me. If I want to get help with applying for a job, this person is here to help me. If I need someone to hold me accountable, I can meet this person. If I'm feeling down and I'm not feeling motivated, I can look at this person and just kick off again. So that's the goal of networking, building an army around you of people that actually will help you grow. Because they say, of course, they say, you say go far. When you go alone, you can go fast, but when you go people, you will go far. So it's very important that at every stage of your life you have people around you. It's not advisable to do life alone, whether you have it figured out, whether you are in the struggle stage, or whether you are just there, you don't know where to start. Just know that you need the right people around you, but don't fall for the trick of totally depending on people and not wanting to do anything. Some people, they don't want helpers. They want people that they will replace to do their work for them. That's not the goal of mentorship or networking. It's people that will actually contribute to your life, not replace your duty in your own life. Some people will send me CVs, and when I review, they want me to write the CV for them. I used to do that when I had the time, but now that I do not have the time, I send in reviews, and some people feel disappointed because they expected me to rewrite their CV or rewrite certain documents for them. So they feel like pointing them in the right direction is not okay. But I've come to learn that pointing someone in the right direction is the best thing you can do for them. So you need to have a certain mindset as well to be able to get the right people in your life. So this session tonight will help us to doing it right, to being smart about the people we have in our corner in our lives, and to guide us to build meaningful and lasting relationships. We will learn to attract the right people. We learn to nurture the relationship with integrity, and we also learn to create a network that doesn't just advance our career but enriches our entire life. So it's not about one area. We want every area working well because we have the right people around us. We don't need to make the mistakes of other people. That's why it's good to move in the wings of other people. When you walk in the wings of others, you walk in the experience. You have if you have somebody with 20 years experience in certain area, you have gained 20 years you have gained 20 years of that experience by mirroring their life, by learning from them. So it will give you the what's the word? It will advance you because you will not make certain mistakes. The person will be able to guide you. Oh, I did this and it didn't go well for me. Don't do that. So that's why it's important to have mentors and the right people around your life. If you're about to make certain decisions and you share with them, you're like, no, You can do this, it worked for me. You can do this, it didn't work for me, right? So that's why we have the right people. So what networking really is, because we have to differentiate between networking and mentorship. So it is the deliberate act of building a community. That is just the simple definition of networking. You are building a community. You know how we're born into different families. We didn't pick our parents, we didn't pick our siblings. We're just in that place. But while in the family, we decide to choose this person as our friend. We pick our favorite sibling. We pick, I like my mommy, I like my aunt, I like, because they have certain things in their lives that you admire. It might be a certain auntie that gives you money all the time. You prefer that auntie, and that auntie will be among your tribe. It might be an uncle that talks to you about life and career. Oh, you like that uncle. So that's what community is. You will pick certain people based on how well they align with your goal and your dream and your journey in life. So that's what networking is. So it's not about handpicking people because of one ulterior motive. I already mentioned that. So networking is basically planting seed of relationships, because no matter how you see it in today's economy, you might not have money, but when you have the right people in your life, you have access to so many opportunities. I've seen it over and again. The things people are not qualified for, but because they have good recommendations, they have people around them, they have access to them. So the best asset you can have in today's economy is the asset of humans. So don't play with human relationships. Don't play down on human relationships. Don't think that the person in your corner, maybe you're a 7 core member, your fellow core member is no one because you're not in a place of authority, or your classmates, or just people around you, around your contacts. You feel like they are too small. Let me go ahead and look for big people to connect with. Meanwhile, those people are still in your journey, their own journey. When they grow, they're going to be amazing people. But because you cut them off, you've lost relationships. So it's very important to know that networking is building. You have to build your community to grow to the point where you can actually call them your community. I've had the opportunity to build my own tribe, and I'm still building, because I didn't have this mindset about 10 years ago. If I did, I met amazing people, but I didn't know how to keep the relationship, and I lost most of the relationship. So it's very, very important that you're learning from my mistakes and my experience, and you apply them in your life right now, so that in the next 5 years, you look around you and say, in this area, I have this person. Our parents had access to so many opportunities. We have people having done good projects with good companies, but then their children, they don't have anyone because they didn't have good relationship. So you see why it's important that you have the right people in your
Let
corner.
me
It's
catch
very,
you.
very
Finish the food.
important.
Don't bring down plates.
All right. What mentorship means? We've discussed networking. So mentorship is guidance. It's not a magic one like people would want. So some people will reach out to me, please, I want you to mentor me, and in 2 days they want to learn everything I know. They want to be able to do what I do. In fact, they are not coming for mentorship. They are coming for, what's the word now? They want me to carry my life. They want to replicate me. So they want me to replicate myself in their lives. But that's actually not what mentorship is. Mentorship is about guidance. So for mentorship is somebody that you want to guide you. But for networking is creating a community of people around you. It could be people higher, lower, or within your range or your class. But for mentorship is usually someone above your experience level that will guide you through your journey. All right, so it's having someone who can shine a light on your path because they've walked a similar one before. That's why it's important to know who you're meeting for mentorship. So it's about learning from their map while drawing your own. This is the trap most people fall into because they don't want to learn. They want to live the exact life of their mentors. They want to dress like them. They want to talk like them. But in that way, they lose themselves. So mentorship is not about copying people, but it's about learning from them and using their experiences and their skills to focus on your own life and building your life. So the bad mindset you must avoid in mentorship and networking is the user mindset. I emphasized this in the introduction, that connecting with people to get something from them, or just you have one particular motive in mind. Let me get close to this woman because she knows a certain person, so that through her I'm going to meet the other person. If you have that ulterior motive, that's a very bad mindset to have. And when the other person discovers that you got close to them because of that, of course you're going to lose that relationship. So you must have a good mindset and not a user mindset. The second reason is the second mindset not to have is this transaction mindset. So you're keeping score of who gave you what. You have a list of five mentors. Oh, this person wished me happy birthday. The other person didn't wish me a happy birthday. So it means this person prefers me or likes me more than this other person. So you're no longer talking about mentorship. You're now you are not being transactional. You're comparing who is giving you and what they are not giving you. That's a very bad mindset also. Then the third mindset not to have is the fan mindset. So putting mentors on a pedestal instead of seeing them as humans. So you know the saying that don't come close to your mentor because you will not learn anything. So it's a trap because we see them as perfect from afar, but then when we get close, it feels like we are seeing all of their flaws. So it's very, very important that you have a very good mindset and prepare yourself to see some of the things you are not going to see up close, right? So they are humans. They are not going to appear all perfect when you get close to them, especially when you have mentors around you. They are humans with struggles. They are humans with challenges. That's why personally, I don't have a double life. I don't think I have a double life. Whether it's online, whether it's for real, I share my struggles. I talk about what I do. So I don't think if you come close to me, you will see anything I've not said before. I don't present myself as perfect. So, but most people they have a certain personality that presents them as perfect. And when people come close, they start judging them. So whether you are close or you're far, you must have boundaries and respect. So you won't start seeing flaws in their lives and lose sight of why you're actually in their life. The mindset to avoid is the copy and paste mindset. So people want to be exactly like their mentors, which is very bad. So they lose themselves in the process of learning from other people. And also some mentors want to copy their lives and paste in the life of their mentees, which is also very bad. So if you have people under you and you want them to talk like you want them to think like you are a bad leader. So if you attended yesterday's session, you would have learned that part about leadership. So mentors, mentees, you must work. If you're a mentor, you should have the mindset of training and teaching, not putting all of yourself in the other person. And if you're a mentee, you should have the mindset of growth and not just copying people. Every other thing your mentor and just putting your life and suppressing yourself. So, having said the things that we shouldn't even have in our minds, if we're talking about networking and mentorship, let's talk about the skills we need for real mentorship and networking. So, these are lived skills. These are the skills I apply, not to sell myself short or to present myself as conniving or pretending. These are real, actual, honest skills that you have. And when you actually have them and develop yourself, you will have the right people in your life. So the first is listening more than you talk. So I think I will start with consistency so that I won't miss out the things I have in my head. So showing up even when you don't need something. That is the most important skill you need for real networking. So for people I have in my corner, I think one of the things that you could tell about Gloria is that she's consistent. I'm somebody that if I'm showing up right. I'm not showing up to come and be a burden to you. If I'm in your team, I'm going to be the best team member because I'm going to work so hard to make sure that I do what I'm expected to do. So there's Ejire Coco is someone that talks about scholarship. So even while I wasn't ready to apply, I just kept following because I liked what she was doing. In fact, she was when I see what she does for free, I'm encouraged to do this for free as well because it takes a lot to actually organize these webinars for free, right? So I started joining her meeting. I said when she asked for volunteers, I volunteered as a graphic designer, and then it was about a year ago. I had no idea. I just started using Canva. I didn't know how to design so much, but I said I wanted to volunteer, and she gave me things to do. I didn't do so well. She corrected me, and that was the game changer. People didn't have access to her, but today I have her number. I can reach out to her. She's mentioning me on social media and all of that. So that's the importance of showing up. I showed up in every webinar for almost 6 months. Every webinar she mentions my name. Oh, welcome, Gloria. So she knew me. And one day she called me out of the blues. Like I was so shocked that she called me personally. Like she called me, what do you want today? Do you want anything? And I actually shared some things with her, and she pointed me in the right direction. So that's the point. That's the part where you are always showing up if you want to learn something from someone. I wasn't showing up because I needed her attention. I showed up because I liked what she was doing and I wanted to learn from her. But in the process, she got my attention and I got her attention as well. And just by just volunteering to be a graphic designer for a month, I'm sure if I send out my documents to her, I want certain things from her, of course she'll be glad to persist. So that's the point of consistency and showing up. Not only when you need something, but just show up because that's the right thing to do. And then let's talk about vulnerability. Okay, so in the process of designing, of course I'm a big girl. I have this, I'm doing this, I'm somebody's boss, and then Ejiro is someone I'm even older than, but she has more than I need. So she corrected me, but she was very soft and kind. But if I wasn't open to learning and I wasn't vulnerable, I would have started feeling some type of way. Oh, you are correcting me. So you have to be vulnerable to even learn in the first place. You have to open up to people. Thank God I dealt with this a very long time ago. There's nothing, whether you are 20 years younger and you have something I need, I'll bend down and learn what I have to learn. So without feeling bad or feeling like I'm missing out on anything in my life, no. So it's something, these two things, I think they are the most important skills for me. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be consistent. You have to be open to learn. You have to be open to corrections. You have to be open to criticism, because this is how you actually meet people and you build and grow with them. So the third skill for real networking would be genuine curiosity. You have to ask questions. You have to be genuine about your journey. Don't just come and pretend. When you meet somebody pretending, I've met a lot of people coming to meet me for, maybe advice or stuff. Most of the time, I find, of course, in a few conversations, I'll find out that you just need me to solve the problem for you and not even give you any advice. Some people, they are looking for who to vent on, or just to pour their anger, and not somebody to get learn from. Some people are looking for people to just pour their problem on, and that's just it. So you have to make sure that you're ready to learn and grow before you connect, and not just a place to pour your problems, right? So you have to ask the right questions. It means that for you to connect with people, you have to have a goal. You have to ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I learning? Why am I following this person? So you have to be curious. You have to have a goal. And that's not being conniving, no. That's having genuine interest of your own growth in mind. And the last here is listening more than you talk. For you to learn, you must be a good listener. For someone like me that I express verbally, it was a struggle a bit to wait for people to talk, especially slow talkers, because I talk very fast and I expect everybody to just express yourself in 1 second quickly, and that's it. So it was a struggle for me, but I started learning to be patient. I started learning to allow people type their 100 messages before responding. So you have to learn to listen. Listen before you respond. This is actually one important skill, so that you won't jump ahead of yourself. Okay, let's move quickly. So, how to network effectively? Number one, start with your circle. Like I said, don't just write off people because they are within your circle. You are looking at a fellow copper, or a fellow classmate, or a fellow bricklayer, or a fellow electrician, or a fellow, just somebody doing what you're doing, a fellow graphic designer that is not earning anything, and you look at them and you feel like, this person is in my space. Let me not even bother. So the connection that actually changed my career or my line in 20, I think that should be 2016, 17, was a core member. So when I was applying for my program, I wasn't done with my service, but someone in my circle, not even a close person, But someone that, saw how I showed up, somebody that saw how I was working hard to fend for myself, he was the one that went to pick my file and submitted in an office where I was even kicked out. I wasn't supposed to get admission for that program, but somebody assisted me, a fellow core member. So don't look down on your circle. Don't think that they don't have anything to offer. Even during that same year, I met Mrs. Priscilla that came to teach us yesterday, who were just trying to figure life out. We didn't have anything, but working together. It's been how many years now, and we are still working together. We are still growing together. It's been an amazing ride with her. If I had seen her as, this one is just starting like me, let me just throw her, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be very close to her. Now she's heading projects and managing communities and country projects. So that is what your circle can be. Don't write off your circle because you feel like they are too small. Then the second one is add value first. Add value first. If you call me and you have a project, I'm going to add value because I have value inside of me. So you can't give what you don't have. That's why the ball, it falls down to you. You have to build yourself enough to people to connect with, for people to want to connect with. If you have nothing, then people want to connect with you. People connect with Gloria because they know that when it comes to Gloria, she's very smart. She's going to deliver immediately. So they are going to connect with Gloria. That's the reason they want to connect with you. So you have to have something inside of you for people to even connect with you in the first place. Be clear, not demanding. Every time you're asking for something, can you do this? Can you get me this? Can you get me this? Meanwhile, you've not added any value to that person's life. That's absolutely wrong. So you have to be very clear about what you are doing, not demanding, not always asking for handouts. But when you're clear about your project, you see your progress, you will see how people will push you. All right. So the next is follow up. This is where I messed up badly. If I had followed up my contacts from 10, 20 years ago, it would have been an amazing circle of amazing people because there are people in top places doing very well. But because I didn't stay in touch, of course, I can't just come and meet you that, oh, we used to be friends 20 years ago. So that's story gone. So today you've learned from my mistakes. Meet and connect with people genuinely. Those your friends that you think they are nothing today, don't just, and you feel that they align with your goals and your value, don't cut them off, but keep in touch, stay in touch, and keep keep adding value from them. So we have to learn keeping and managing your circle. You have to stay relevant, set boundaries, very, very important. And know that it's not everybody that will be in your circle. So you don't have to keep enduring people because you want them to be in your circle, because this person is a potential helper. Let me keep just swallowing what their excesses. No. If you have people that bug you, instead of adding value, when they reach out to you, it always comes with anger or frustration. You shouldn't keep those people because you feel like they are future helpers. So that's why we have to have the right people in our corner. And if we have the right people in our corner, we need to set clear boundaries. Of course, this is my strong point. I have people that I laugh with, so like who can laugh, but they know that Gloria will not cross certain boundaries. So I have most of the people in my corner. They are very free with me because they know that respect is my watchword. No matter how familiar you are, familiarity is not there. I'm someone that draws a very big line of respect so that I won't start seeing people less of who they are, and I will stop learning, because when you start becoming too familiar with your network, you stop learning from them. And appreciation, we talked about respect, setting boundaries, learn to appreciate people. I can appreciate you embarrassing me, trust me, because I know what it means for people to help you. I've helped people and they didn't come back. So when I have people who do a lot for me, I send thank you mails, I send thank you messages. But don't fall for the trap of trying to make up for what they did for you, because that was also my struggle. So when people did something amazing for me, I felt like I owed them. Then I became too available. They kept using me to do their work, which wasn't supposed to be the case. So thank you should be honest and let it not turn to what's the word now? Let it not turn to overcommitment or being an avenue to do what you're not supposed to do. So thank you should be thank you. All right. So why you need mentorship at every phase? If you're starting out, you need to avoid certain pitfalls. It will save you time. If you're look at the time. If you are growing, you need to navigate new challenges and expand your vision. And if you're at the top, you need to stay grounded. So it means that everybody needs people. That's why you see these top people, they are still attending mentorship class. You're wondering what are they even learning? Because you need people to stay relevant. So how to choose your mentor? You have to not focus on only credentials, focus on character, focus on someone who listens, focus on someone who is available, and also know that you don't have to have direct contacts with your mentors. You have direct and indirect mentors. Direct people that you can reach out to, indirect people that you can't reach out to, but then you like what they are doing from afar. So both works. So staying individual in an online world, that's the trap. Don't fall into the trap of depending on your mentors that you can't do anything without them. You know those friends that when they are not around, you won't eat, you won't be anything. Don't fall for that trap. So the goal is individuality, but then growth. So when you get the material, you have this self evaluation test to help you um, choose your mentors and to also know how where you are in your networking journey. So when you take your evaluation test, you see where you have issues and then you work on them. And finally, your network is your network. That's the truth. It's not about how much they have, but one recommendation will change everything for you. So forget the old saying that it's all about money. Your worth is measured in the strength, depth, and quality of your connections. So is the people who will vouch for your character without being asked. There are some. I remember us needing a recommender, someone to give me a recommendation for a particular role, and I looked around. I didn't see the right people. But then recently, I asked someone, and the kind of recommendation I got, I was even shocked that he could say something about me like that. Like it was so good, and I was really, really grateful. So you should have people who can vouch for your character. But then if you don't display good character, they won't vouch for them. So you also need people that will help you when you make mistakes, people that can correct you, and people that will celebrate you as their own. I mean, I have people that when you talk about glory, I feel like people are exaggerating, but that's the kind of people we need. People that can talk about you, people that can push you, and don't feel like they're overdoing it when they are doing it, because truly you don't get to see how far you've come. I know when I tell Queen, you're amazing. I know I wasn't even close to Queen, but when I meet her during one of our outings, I see how she interacts with people. I say, Queen, do you know you're smart? Do you know you just did well? And I feel like, what is she saying? So you should be willing and ready to accept what people are saying, because they are not faking it. They're not saying it to motivate you. They're actually truly expressing the kind of person you are. So it's not about using people. It's not about building a community where value flows in one direction. No, but it's about building with people and growing with them, learning from them, people that encourage you. So know that your tribe is waiting, but you have to show up and build it. So it's not magic, you have to build it. Thank you for showing up today. I believe I've shared my years of experience and mistakes, and the things I've shared here are the things that the mistakes you should not make, and the values I've shared are the things you should use. But I've enjoyed the benefit of the right people, the gift of the right people in my life. Don't look down on people, and don't think that you can move alone. But you have to be careful not to have the wrong people in your life, because the wrong people will drain you and will cut you short from your goal. We have come to the end of week 3. I'm looking forward to week 4. It's been a long ride. I hope you're getting value, and at the end of the day, it will become better, because that's the aim: learn, grow together.